Stephen Talley, escorted by Mom, Melissa Talley, and Dad, David Talley. Denny Rivera Espinoza,
escorted by Dad, William Rivera, and Mom, Ernesta Rivera. Isabella Aguilar, escorted by Mom, Gloria Aguilar, Dad, Leo Aguilar, Stepdad, Jason Vierge, and Violet Vierge. Brittany Leha, escorted by Mom, Stacy Leha, and Dad, Joshua Leha. Valeria Quintana, escorted by Dad, Marco Quintana, Mom, Irma Quintana, and Juliana Quintana. Karime Varela Reyes, escorted by Mom, Alma Varela, and Uriel Gutierrez. James Nava, escorted by Mom, Luz Nava, and Dad, Victor Nava. Joseph Castillo, escorted by Mom, Elisa Castillo, and Daisy Castillo. Damian Dominguez, escorted by Mom, Dulce Gonzalez, and Dad, Juan Dominguez. Jayla Dowdy, escorted by her aunt, Tamara Henderson, and brother, Christian Dowdy. Camila Vega, escorted by Mom, Jovita Rivera, and sister, Samantha Vega. Carolina Martinez, escorted by Mom and Dad, Maria Juarez and Isaias Martinez. Erica Galvan, escorted by Mom and Dad, Margarita Galvan and Jose Galvan. Sylvia Arellano, escorted by Mom and Dad, Sylvia Macias Villanueva and Miguel Arellano. Manuel Piedra, escorted by Mom and Dad, Yolanda Piedra and Manuel Piedra. Autumn Squires, escorted by band director Michelle Lanker. Keon Clayton, escorted by band director Michelle Lanker. Annalise Galan, escorted by Fabiola Galan, Fatima Galan, Juan Bolanos, and Israel Bolanos. Aaron Zapata, escorted by Mom, Aneta Acosta, and Dad, Diego Acosta. Kayla Vences Juarez, escorted by Mom, Cecilia Juarez, and Stepdad, Agustin Rios. Crystal Gonzalez, escorted by Mom, Caridad Gonzalez, and Dad, Magdiel Gonzalez. Give it up one more time for your band seniors. Next, we will be going through our Scarlet Line seniors. Starting with Lauren Cottrell, escorted by her mom and dad, Brittany Cottrell and Damon Dobbins. Jessley-Ann Lyons, escorted by her mom and dad, Cynthia and Shane Lyons. Riviera McLean, escorted by her sister, Raina McLean, and nephew, Kylance McLean. Aurelie Cruz, escorted by her mom, Juana Maria Cruz, and cousin, Aisa Moya. Adriana Salas, escorted by her mom, Rosa Saucedo, and sister, Sofia Salas. Shania and Shanjaya Smith, escorted by her mom, Shanique McClendon, and dad, Peter Smith. Nakaya Blunson, escorted by her mom, Sharita Smith, and dad, Sean Blunson. Renisha Lewis, escorted by her mom, Yasmin Williams, and grandmother, Deborah Redrick. Kaylee Tyler, escorted by her Scarlet Line coach, LaShonda Gaines. And let's give it up one more time for the seniors of our Scarlet Line. And last but certainly not least, our JROTC seniors. Starting with Cadet Major Stephanie Vasquez. 4-year cadet in JROTC. Her escorts are Mom Maria Ruiz and brother Logan Vasquez. Cadet Captain Jocelyn Munoz. A 4-year cadet in JROTC. Her escorts are Dad Jose Calazo and Mom Reina Munoz. Cadet Corporal Darian Johnson. A 3-year cadet in JROTC. He is escorted by his mom, Courtney Johnson. Cadet Sergeant Leslie Jones. A 4-year cadet in JROTC. Her escorts are Dad Michael Shaw and Mom Carla Zapata Shaw. Cadet Lieutenant Colonel Eric Palacios. A 4-year cadet in JROTC. He is escorted by Ulysses Palacios, Mom Lorena Castillo, and sister Denise Palacios. Cadet Captain Sean Smith. A 3-year cadet in JROTC. He is escorted by Mother Anastasia Smith. Cadet Command Sergeant Major Maria Carrillo. A Year 3 cadet in JROTC. Her escorts include Mom Susana Martinez, sister Karen Carrillo, and brother Christian Carrillo. Cadet Sergeant Jared Nichols. A 4-year cadet in JROTC. He is escorted by Grandpa Jesus Basillo and Uncle David Basillo. Cadet First Sergeant Jordan Williams. A 4-year cadet in JROTC. His escorts are brother Jeremy Williams and sister Diamond Williams. And Cadet Corporal Ruben Almanza, a 3-year cadet in JROTC. He is escorted by Command Sergeant Major Jones and First Sergeant Davis. Let's give it up one more time for all of our seniors for all of their hard work throughout their 4 years here at Waco High. Lion pride runs deep.
Sports media is super duper fun.
In sports media, I am a camera operator. I film the games on the field.
My job in sports media is I'm running the switcher behind the scenes up in the studio.
I'm on camera for basketball, and last year I did the homecoming interview.
My favorite part of sports media is the amount of teamwork that is required. I just really enjoy how much we rely on each other and how much emphasis there is on teamwork.
My favorite part of sports media is recording the games.
I get to watch all the games in a nice air-conditioned environment. I learned a lot. I learned like literally everything about a camera.
I've learned how to be part of a team and how to communicate.
I have learned how to record games and how to do camera on the move.
All sorts of things that I can apply to work outside of school. It's really an experience like no other. You work with peers, you work with equipment that you wouldn't be able to work with outside of school. It's a lot of fun.
It's fun. You get to learn how to make videos professionally.
If you enjoy making videos and if you want to go see the games, you should join and come help us with the games.
Hello, sports fans, and welcome to Waco ISD Stadium for another exciting night of Texas high school football. Tonight we start district play in District 10 5A Division II as the Waco Lions host the Brenham Cubs. I'm Lark Smith along with Hal Harris and our statistician Paul Comer and the rest of our Leaping Lions production crew. Hal, this is a time at which the teams that aren't necessarily winning gets a chance to reset everything, and that kind of describes the Waco Lions coming in 0-5.
That is true. I mean, they're going to take on what is undoubtedly the best team in the district so far. Brenham's coming in averaging 39 points a game, and they're holding their opponents to 12. Thus, their record is 5-0, ranked in the top 10 in the state. On the ground, Brenham averages 6.4 yards per carry, and they're led by running back C.J. Glover, who's rushed for over 500 yards in 5 games, 6 touchdowns, topped the 100-yard mark 3 times. When they go to the air, they're averaging 19 yards per catch. Overall, their offense is averaging 405 yards per game, and they run the ball about 60 to 65% of the time. Waco High offensively is going to be led by their quarterback, B.J. Whitaker, who's rushed for over 440 yards, and he'll be backed up on the ground by his running back, Lane Jones, and then his receivers, Zay Johnson and Chase Rhines will help lead the offense. Defensively, Waco High is led by senior linebackers Chance Rhines and Jalen Good. So, if you look at the keys for Waco High tonight, they absolutely have to have 0 turnovers, and they've got to create some turnovers, hopefully inside the Brenham 50-yard line to give them a short field for their offense. Have to play a really penalty-free game if they can, less than 5 penalties. And then to the best of their ability, they've got to control both lines of scrimmage to be able to compete with Brenham, who was really good.
The Waco Lions are coached by Ezra Martinez. He's just the 6th head coach of the Lions since they consolidated high schools in Waco. Of course, Johnny Tusa was the first head coach, who had a record of 181 wins and 86 losses in 23 years. The head coach, though, for the Brenham Cubs is Danny Youngs. He's been coaching for 12 years with a record of 64 and 66. He started out at Wichita Falls Hershey for 5 years, then moved on to Brazoswood for 3 years, and now he's at Brenham for his 4th season. The Junior ROTC presenting the colors for our national anthem, so let's join our stadium announcer.
Eric Palacios, Texas flag. Cadet Command Sergeant Major Maria Carrillo. United States Army flag. Cadet Captain Jocelyn Munoz. Waco High ROTC Battalion flag. Cadet Captain Sean Smith. Left guard, Cadet Major Stephanie Vasquez. Running the Waco High Spirit flags are cadets from Waco High Junior ROTC Lions Battalion. We ask that both teams and fans face the colors on the field during the play of our national anthem.
We mentioned that it's the 4th season for Danny Youngs as the head coach of the Brenham Cubs. They are 29-14 under his direction. He led Brenham to an 11-3 record last year with the trips to the regionals where they lost to Richmond Randall 28-14. Of course, Richmond Randall went on to win the state title in 5A Division II. Last trip for the playoffs for the Waco Lions was in 2007. That was under Marty Herbst. Got into district play where they were knocked out by Ennis. The deepest playoff run for Waco High came in 2006 under Johnny Tusa when they lost to Lamarck 34-14 in the 4A Division II state title game. Our captains are about to meet at midfield with our officiating crew, which comes from the Waco chapter of the Texas Association of Sports Officials. For the Cubs, number 0, Caleb Espinosa. Number 5, Laderick Walker. Number 29 is Mason Sieber. And number 52, that is Andre Mojica. Captains for Waco High tonight are Jaden Good, 0. Number 5, Bryant Whitaker Jr. Number 6, Chance Ryans. Our referee tonight is Todd Denton. The umpire is Jim Murphy. The head linesman, Rico Harris. The line judge is Weedy Harris. The back judge is Joel Wymore. Field judge, Reed Jackson. And the side judge is Jathan Williams. Todd Denton explaining things to the captains. Toss of the coin. It looks like Brenham has won the toss.
Brenham has won the toss. They've elected to defer.
They will defer to the second half. Waco High will take the football, and they'll be going from left to right on your TV screen as we get things underway here.
We'll receive the opening kickoff.
Well, I expect to see a lot of running tonight, especially when the Brenham Cubs have the football.
Right. I mean, they're averaging over 200 yards a game, Lark, and it's 6.4 yards per carry, 2 carries and a first down. So, yeah, they're going to do a lot of they like to pull with their guards and tackles. And they're a very solid offensive team. Even when they throw the football, they're averaging 205 yards in the air. So they're very balanced, but they will run the ball about 60 to 65% of the time tonight.
They started the preseason ranked very high, and many people thought that they would have a different person in their running back spot. But he decided to transfer to a private school in Houston. So C.J. Glover, a sophomore, has taken over at the running back spot, and really hasn't been a whole lot of difference there as Glover has rushed for 501 yards on 65 carries and scored 6 touchdowns. I think that's kind of an indication that that offensive line's pretty good.
Absolutely. No, they're a very solid team. You've got Eric Taylor, number 1, and Zay Johnson, number 4, back for Waco High on their 15-yard line. Kicking off will be Blue Seneca, number 81 for Brenham.
He'll pop it up in the air. It's going to come down to Zay Johnson at the 9-yard line. Goes to the left, and he's met when he gets to the 15-yard line. So Waco High will come to the line of scrimmage. Eduardo Guerrero will be their center. The guards, Jaden Johnson and Jerome Walker. The tackles, Patrick Jones. I believe actually we're going to have a new guard on the front line. I believe that's going to be number 71. And that is Roman Serrano that is going to be at a guard position. Quarterback is either Jordan Alvarez or B.J. Whitaker. They'll start with Jordan Alvarez at the quarterback spot. Have Lane Jones in the backfield with him. They send Whitaker in motion as a wide receiver to the left side. Now they empty the backfield, throw across the middle, and it's too high. Trying to get that out to Lane Jones. Or was that, that was number 9, wasn't it? That was Bronche Dugas. They tried to get that too.
Defending on the play was Caleb Espinosa. Defensive line for Brenham tonight will be number 70, Joe Rodriguez, number 29, Mason Sieber, number 11, Doyle Brown, and number 16, Jace Mueller.
2nd and 10 from the 14. Hand off to Jones in the backfield, and he's wrapped up and thrown down for no gain.
Yeah, Ronowski along with Espinosa on the tackle there for Brenham. In the secondary for Brenham will be Ledrick Walker Jr., Traylon Kelly, Quincy Adams, and Rylan Lewis.
So 3rd down and 10. Whitaker will go to the left side. A wide out there with Sean Orta. That's number 84, Vincent Hall. that he's stacked with on that side. Back to pass, flush from the pocket. On the run, he makes the throw, and it's almost intercepted. Almost coming up with it is Brooks Rosnowski.
Yeah, Waco High fortunate that ball did not get picked off, and they'll have to go ahead and punt. B.J. Whitaker will be punting for Waco High, and deep for Brenham will be Chris Guidry, number 4, sitting on the Waco High 40-yard line.
Guidry, a senior. Punt is maybe partially blocked. Certainly is.
Yep.
Does take a Waco High roll, but it's only going to go to about the 32-yard line. So Brenham basically a point blank range with 10:54 left to go as they get their first possession of the game.
Yeah, that snap didn't get all the way to Whitaker. He had to short hop it, and that messed up his timing, and he only was able to get an 18-yard punt off.
So from the Waco 32 is where the Brenham Cubs will have their first possession. Waco High kept the ball for just a minute and 6 seconds. Their center is Papo Narhea. The guards are Andre Mojica and Brock Binker. The tackles, Dawson Moran and Aaron Carlisle. Zyron Upshaw, the quarterback, C.J. Glover in the backfield with him. Now they'll empty the backfield, show 4 wides. And looking to pass. Gets flushed from the pocket, and he's just going to throw this one away.
Heavy pressure being applied by Torian Barnett, who is getting his first start of the year at right defensive end. Oh, he's at nose guard tonight.
Yeah, Upshaw had nobody to throw that one to. Waco High, I believe, maybe saw that one on video somewhere along the way. But second down and 10 from the 32. Hand off to Glover. Glover bounces around off of would-be tacklers and will get a couple of yards up to the 31-yard line.
They bounced off once, but Jalen Gooch still got a hold of him and brought him right back down to the ground, along with number 10, Keith Johnson for Waco.
It's just a gain of 1 yard on the play. That brings up third down. Hagan Frank in the flanker spot for the Cubs. Now they'll look to the sideline. Offense coordinator Derek Lopez, one of the 4 coaches, signaling the correct play. Upshaw rolls to his left, now drops back and throws deep for the end zone, but throws to the wrong shoulder. I don't know if the receiver ran the wrong route or if Chris Guidry just got turned around, but ball not anywhere near enough for him to catch.
Rashawn Green was defending, and Waco did a great job of keeping him in the pocket. They had both corners contained and did an excellent job there.
Looks like the Cubs are going to go ahead and go for it here on fourth down from their own 31-yard line and send 3 receivers to the left. Again, back to pass. Upshaw looking, now flush from the pocket, looking to get the first down, and will have first down yardage across the 20 down to about the 19-yard line.
And on the tackles, number 6, Chance Ryans, but they lost containment on the quarterback, and he had a wide-open hole there to get that first down on fourth down.
Picked up 12 yards and the first down of the game. Upshaw, the second leading rusher for the Cubs, with 179 yards on 42 carries coming into the contest. He'll send Guidry wide to the left side. Hand off to Glover coming left. He'll dive forward up to the 15-yard line for a gain of 4.
Keith Johnson with a good solid tackle, number 10 for Waco.
That's more what we expect to see the Brenham Cubs run tonight. Basically student body left, student body right. They go with the 2 tight end formation here with an H-back to the left. Glover takes the handoff, to fake the handoff, the throw trying to get it out to Guidry, and it's overthrown.
Eric Taylor defending on the play. Yeah, that's just a bad pass by the quarterback. He had him.
Upshaw comes in hitting just 54% of his passes. Has thrown for 9 touchdowns. He's been intercepted 4 times. You see on the replay, the ball just out of the reach of Guidry. So 3rd down and 6 from the 15. They're in 4-down territory again, or they may just go ahead and kick the field goal here. May not. Oh, he gets tripped up. Looked like he was going to get quite a few yards for Glover there, but he gets inside the 15 to the 13, just a 2-yard pickup. Looked like that could have been even more.
Yeah, it's Michael Leonard making that tackle for Waco High.
4th and 4 at the 13. The Cubs have already converted 1 4th down. Looks like they're going to try to convert a second one here. Upshaw going to pass for it. Stays in the pocket, throws to the corner of the end zone, and once again overthrows his target, trying to get that one out to Glover, and it's just off the end of his fingertips. And so Waco High's defense has turned away the first challenge.
That was a really good defensive series for Waco. Set them up at the 32-yard line, and they only advanced it down to 13 and got the ball back. Excellent job by Waco High.
Cubs get the ball for 2 minutes and 32 seconds, but turn it over on downs at the Waco 13-yard line. Second possession for Waco High comes with 8:22 left in the first quarter. Jordan Alvarez back in at quarterback with Lane Jones next to him, and now we're going to have,
Prior to the snap, false start
a procedure
on the
penalty.
offense. 5 yards, first down.
So -5 makes it 1st and 15. Back at the 8-yard line. H-back to the left. Handed off to Jones, trying to find some room up the middle. He may get to the 9-yard line, but that's it. 1-yard gain for Lane Jones.
Doyle Brown in on the tackle, Brenham. Tough sledding deep in your own territory. Offensive line's got to try to generate some holes for the running backs.
Quickly back to the line of scrimmage. Looking to pass, coming down the near sideline, and it's well short. Trying to get that one out to Andre Kelly.
Yeah, Andre Kelly, I believe, is Waco High's fastest runner. Zay Johnson is quick, too. 84 coming in the game is Vincent Hall, who was just brought up for tonight's ball game.
That sophomore will go to the left and be one of 3 receivers on the left-hand side. As you see, Jordan Alvarez giving the play to his offensive line. Throws down the middle of the field for B.J. Whitaker, and just a little out of his reach. If he's able to come up with that one, it's a foot race to the end zone.
It sure is. He had him and just barely overthrew him.
So the Lions once again will have to punt. Remember, Whitaker's last punt only went to the Waco High 32. They were at the 14-yard line. Now they're at the 9.
Yeah, Chris Guidry will be back for Brenham on his 40-yard line to take this punt from B.J. Whitaker.
From out of his own end zone, he gets a high snap, gets the punt off. It's a high end-over-end kick. Fair catch called for and taken at the 39-yard line. 7 minutes and 38 seconds left to go first quarter. We're still scoreless as Brenham gets the ball for the second time, and both times it's been Waco territory.
30-yard punt by B.J. Whitaker. But, yeah, you can't keep setting up Brenham inside your own 50-yard line. That's a recipe for trouble.
Lions just kept the ball for 44 seconds thanks to a couple of incomplete passes. Zyron Upshaw, the senior quarterback. Hands it to Glover, who takes it around the left side, looks for an opening, and dives almost to the 35-yard line. They'll give him the 36 for a 3-yard gain for Glover.
good defensive effort there by Waco High, containing them, keeping them inside the receiver so he couldn't get around the corner.
Brings up a 2nd down and 7. Glover's already been called on for 4 times for 10 yards. Pass out into the flat. That's complete to Cartel Brown, and Brown gets loose on the sideline, stays on his feet, and stumbles until he's finally tackled inside the 10-yard line at the 8. The 7.
Yeah, Amir Medlock finally brought him down. A couple, missed tackles by Waco right there at the line of scrimmage. It could have been no gain on that play.
Well, that's a 28-yard pickup and gives a 1st and goal to the Cubs at the Waco 8. Upshaw fakes the handoff, throws too high across the middle. Seems to be the running theme for Upshaw in this one. He's just overthrowing everybody.
Yep. I'm surprised they're trying to throw the football, to be honest with you, as good as they run it.
Well, when you look at their stats and see that they've thrown for 1,024 yards and run for 1,002, they seem to be a bit balanced. Hand off to Glover. He'll get into the end zone from 8 yards out for the first score of the game.
Yeah, he broke off the tackle of Leonard, number 16, and there was no one else left on the defense to.
7th rushing touchdown of the year for C.J. Glover. Comes with 6:46 left to go in our first half. Cubs go into the swinging gate and see if they stay in it to go for 2, or if they will stay in it, go for 2, forge ahead and get it into the end zone. I believe that was Cartel Brown, who also scored on the 2-point conversion. So 8-0 our score. Brenham breaks out on top on their 2nd possession of the first quarter. They only had to go 39 yards and did it in 4 plays.
Yeah, good teams. We talk about this all the time. Good teams, offensive teams, when you give them the ball inside your own 50-yard line, they're going to put points on the board most of the time.
Yeah, they only took 52 minutes to move it to 39 yards.
Going back for Waco High to receive this kickoff will be Zay Johnson, number 4. He'll be on the far end. Number 1, Eric Taylor, will be on the near end. And kicking off will be 81, Blow, Seneca.
From the 10-yard line, Eric Taylor's trying to spin out of tackles and gets it up to the 25.
19, Jay Ruiz Booker with the big hit. He wasn't able to tackle him, but he did slow him up and sets up Waco here at the 25-yard line to start this 3rd series.
We're told we will see B.J. Whitaker at the quarterback spot sometime during the game. Right now, though, he's being used as a wide receiver as Jordan Alvarez returns as the QB, with Lane Jones as his running back. Look to the sideline to see if they want to change the play. Going long down the far side for Zay Johnson, and that is overthrown. Both quarterbacks just a little too strong here in this first quarter.
Depending on the play was Quincy Adams.
Both teams have tried to go long, but their quarterbacks are just not on target yet. No breeze to affect anything here on a very warm and still night here at Waco ISD Stadium. Hand off to Lane Jones. He'll get it across the 25, maybe to the 27 before you get a gang of white shirts there to bring him down.
Some tough sledding in there, that inside interior.
Just a 2-yard pickup for Jones, brings up a 3rd down and 8. Lions still looking for their first down of the ball game. Send Whitaker in motion. They hand it off to Whitaker, and he's upended in the backfield. Going to lose yardage back to the 21.
Yeah, Doyle Brown with a really tough lick there on Whitaker.
It's one of those you believe that Brenham saw that on video. It's a loss of 6.
Cartel Brown will be back for Brenham on his own 50-yard line to receive this punt from B.J. Whitaker.
High end over end kick. Going to take a Waco roll and get down to about the 32-yard line. Best punt of the night for BJ. 4:59 is what's left of the first quarter. Brenham Cubs have the football and the lead, 8-0.
47 yards on the punt.
Worst field position for the Cubs to start a drive so far at their own 31-yard line. Siren Upshaw with the empty backfield. Will throw it in the flat, and it's a double pass, and wide open down the field is Hagan Frank, and he will outrun defenders into the end zone for a 69-yard touchdown strike.
Well executed play by Brenham, and they're hustling up to they may do the swinging gate again here real quick.
The man who just caught the touchdown will do the centering on the swinging gate here. And they will stay in the swinging gate formation. And trying to get it into the end zone is Upshaw, and he's going to be tackled before he gets there.
Yeah, defending on the play for Waco's number 20, Tyler Freeman, stopping that 2-point conversion.
So with 4:47 left to go in our first quarter, the lead for the Brenham Cubs has been extended to 14-0. I'm not sure who threw the pass. Was it number 4?
Yeah, it's
Okay, that was Chris Guidry who threw the pass, and it was number 7, Hagan Frank, who caught the ball. 69 yards.
Blue Sinetica will be kicking off for Brenham. Once again is Zay Johnson, along with Eric Taylor, will go deep for Waco High.
Going to have to believe they pulled that pass play one other time because their stats show Guidry with 1 completion and 1 attempt for 32 yards, but it did not go for a touchdown. This time it does.
Oh, Waco High got it.
On the onside kick. Cubs pulling out a little bit of everything, showing a lot of stuff on game film for their first district meeting here.
Well, it sets up Waco with great field position here offensively. Only down 2 scores. If they can drive the length of the field, they can cut it in half. Be right back in this ball game.
That last drive for Brenham, 1 play, 69 yards in 12 seconds. Quarterback Jordan Alvarez will have basically 3 receivers to his right. Hands it off to Lane Jones. Jones finds a running lane and will get it up to about the 42-yard line in Brenham territory.
Chase Mueller with the tackle.
Quickly they'll hand it off to Jones again. He avoids tacklers and will have the first down and more finally forced out of bounds, but three flags are thrown somewhere behind the play. And our referee, Todd Denton, will sort all this out.
During the play, holding, number 4 of the offense. 10 yards from the spot of the foul. Replay, second down.
So everybody saw Zay Johnson hold on to somebody.
Yes, they did. It's too bad because Lane Jones was making the hole without, those guys even being in the picture at the time.
Well, they do it from the point of the hold. It's going to bring up a 2nd down and 3 at the 42. Jones has, they faked the handoff, and now we get an interception coming up with the pick.
Yeah, Ryland Lewis, number 24. It just went right through Whitaker's hands. If he'd have held on to it, that was going to be a really good play. That's unfortunate.
So the turnover gives the ball to the Cubs with 4 minutes and 5 seconds. As Waco held on to it for 42 seconds on that drive. But Brenham is in their own end of the field at the 36. Last time they were in their end of the field, they went 69 yards with a double pass. Hitch and go, trying to get it out to Nate Rue, and he's not able to catch up to it. He was wide open.
He was definitely wide open. Had it been a good pass, that would have been a touchdown.
May have butchered that pronunciation. I think that's Nate Rau, R-A-U, Rau. 2nd down and 10 at the 36. Brenham has tried 8 passes so far and only completed 2. Straight up the gut goes Upshaw. He bounces it to the right side, bounces it back left, and then he's finally met by Waco Lions, who bring him down at about the 43-yard line.
Makai Sumner, along with Chance Ryan's in on that tackle.
Giving 7 yards on the play. Brings up a 3rd and 3. Once again, they look to the sideline. Head coach Danny Youngs and offensive coordinator Derek Lopez making the decision on the play change with 6 seconds left on the play clock. They snap the ball and hand it off to C.J. Glover, and Glover's going to have the first down as he gets close to the 48-yard line.
Yeah, Jalen Good wrapped him up. Once Jalen gets a hold of you, you're not going to get loose. He is by far the best tackler on this Waco High defense.
You say the gain's to the 47. It's a 4-yard pickup, but it does give the Brenham Cubs another first down. Clock under 3 minutes to go. In our first quarter of play, the Cubs have mounted a 14-0 advantage already. Fake to the running back, pass out in the flat to Cartel Brown. Brown just dancing around Lions and finally gets it into Waco territory all the way down to the 37.
Jamie Ndugas was the initial stop on that tackle. Good piece of running by the receiver as he was able to elude the first defender.
Giving a 16-yard pickup and another first down. Quickly they go back to the air. Catch is made this time on the far side of the field.
Rashawn Green defending on that play.
I believe it was number 4, Chris Guidry, who comes up with the pass catch here. And has him once again at point-blank range at the 5-yard line. That was a 32-yard pass.
Yeah, we got Anthony Burton and Cameron Efron in on the defensive line right now for the Waco High Lions, along with Benny Graves, number 62.
Get it off to Upshaw. Upshaw will bounce around a couple of times and waltz it into the end zone for the third touchdown of the first quarter for the Brenham Cubs. He'll follow the block of C.J. Glover around the left side. A couple of juke moves, and he's in the end zone. For Upshaw, that's his fourth rushing touchdown of the year.
Trying the extra point for Brenham will be Blue Seneca. Holding is Tristan Schugert.
I think Waco jumped off sides on the point after. We'll see if Brenham wants to.
During the try, prior to the snap, offsides on the defense.
See if the Cubs change their mind here on
After
kicking
this
the
to
point.
goal, retry.
Or if they're going to once again go for two.
Correction. The offsides penalty will be declined. Result of play, the try was good.
All right, so they get the PAT. And with 1:56 left to go in our first quarter, the Cubs have built a 21-0 lead.
Yeah, 4 series, 3 touchdowns. That's a very efficient offense, which we knew they would be tonight. This is a really good team. Waco High, though, is going to have to gather themselves and get this offense moving and try to score some points.
That scoring drive, 64 yards in 6 plays, took 2 minutes and 9 seconds. We haven't completed the first quarter yet, and I've already got 2 pages of play-by-play.
Blue Senega will be kicking off for Brenham. Back deep again for Waco High will be Eric Taylor and Zay Johnson.
Zay's going to take it at the 6-yard line, comes right up the middle of the field and breaks into the open. He just has the kicker to get by. He slowed him down long enough for the pursuit to catch him, but a nice return by Zay Johnson has the Lions in Cub territory.
Rylan Lewis, number 24, was finally able to capture him from behind, but excellent kickoff return for Waco High. That may be the spark they need to get this offense going here late in the first quarter.
Well, that's the shortest route to the other side of the field. It's just straight up the middle. And a good return by Zay Johnson. He'll go as a wide receiver to the far side along with B.J. Whitaker and Vincent Hall. Lane Johnson, the running back, next to Jordan Alvarez, the quarterback. Straight drop back, very little pressure, but now runs into pressure and tries to get to the sideline and gets out of bounds and knocks down our.
Lucky he didn't get a flag on that. He hit him really late there.
Knocked down the down marker guy on the far side. We'll have to make sure a down marker is okay.
He did get great protection there, for first 2 or 2.5 seconds, and then he just, I guess there were no receivers open. He had to tuck the ball and just start running.
Lost 3 on the play, second down and 13 from the 44. Now all the receivers come to the right of the formation. Andre Kelly, the one at the bottom of your screen. Again, he's back to pass, and he's grabbed, goes it out to Jones, but Jones is steamrolled, and I believe they're going to call it a completion, and he's down back at the 45-yard line, and Waco's into the field.
I mean, immediate pressure was being applied from the defensive end there from Brenham.
Ends up being an 11-yard loss, which brings up a 3rd and 24 back at the Waco 45-yard line. Drive started at the Brenham 41. This Straight a little screen pass up the middle to Jones, but it's not going to go anywhere. It's recognized immediately. It's another loss back to the 44.
Christian Prosper in on that tackle.
What do you do at 4th and 25, Coach?
You punt.
You think? That's what Bryant Whitaker is out there to do.
This he's going to go deep for Brenham. Be number 4, Chris Guidry.
Whitaker gets a hold of this one, gets it over Guidry's head. He goes all the way back to the 16-yard line to make a fair catch. So 41 seconds is what's left on the first quarter clock. Brenham has a 21-0 lead, and they have the football.
40 yards on the punt by B.J. Whitaker.
This drive, they're going to start at the 17-yard line in their own end of the field.
Which will be their worst starting field position in 5 possessions tonight.
And it's highly probable this will be the only play of this drive in this end of the field. 2 backs in the backfield with Upshaw. Hands it off to the second man. That's Cartel Brown. And Brown will have a first down and get it outside the 30 to about the 32.
Keith Johnson, Torian Barnett with the tackle, but not before he got a first down.
Yep, 15-yard pickup for Cartel Brown. Out to the Brenham 32, and the Cubs are going to just go ahead and let the first quarter, well, now there's the clock. Okay, the clock's running again. So that's going to do it for our first quarter of play. Brenham Cubs used the pass a lot more than we expected here in the first quarter, but they got a touchdown and a 2-point conversion with 6:46 left to go in the first quarter. To Guidry.
Hey Waco High, ready to level up your school spirit? Swing by the school store for hats, shirts, and hoodies. We've got you covered. Get your merch from the mobile Lions Hub at every football game, or at the Lions Hub right by the gym. Open every school day from 11:30 to 2 p.m. Get your gear at the school store, because Lion Pride runs deep.
Waco High has run 14 offensive plays from minus 11 yards in the first quarter. The Cubs, 22 offensive plays for 226 yards in the first quarter. Got to commend the folks from Brenham. They showed up for the ball game tonight. Maybe the best visiting crowd we've seen this year.
Absolutely. Nice crowd by Brenham.
Well, here we go, first play of the second quarter. Brenham a 1st and 10 from their own 32. Upshaw to pass, has time, throws deep, has a man, and he can't get to it. Upshaw just not on target tonight. He's had wide open receivers and just can't seem to hit them.
Personal foul, roughing the passer. Number 0 of the defense, 15 yards from the previous spot, automatic first down.
Well, they tried to get that out to Cartel Brown, and Jalen Good maybe a little late getting there, trying to knock the pass down at the quarterback. So they pick up 15 on the penalty and another first down. It moves it out to the 47-yard line in Waco High's end of the field. Or excuse me, Brenham's end of the field. We got it right. Running backs can't decide which side they want to be on. Fake the handoff. Upshaw passes. Incomplete on the near side.
Rashawn Green defending on that play.
Yeah, once again, trying to get that out to Chris Guidry. Upshaw's completed just 2 of 11 passes so far. Upshaw keeps on the zone read and goes straight up the middle into Waco territory. Picks up about 6 yards on the play.
Chance Ryan's number 6 from his linebacker position brought him down.
3rd down and 4 from the Waco 47. Quick toss in the flat to Guidry. He has the first down at the 40. He spins around and finally gets taken down when he gets down to the 37.
Rashawn Green wasn't going to let go of him.
3rd first down in this drive. It started back at the 17-yard line. They're at the Waco 37. That was a 10-yard pickup on that play. And
got Anthony Burton coming in on the line, defensive line, along with Benny Graves, number 62.
Upshaw with a swing pass out to Glover. Glover has some blocking downfield and will be knocked out of bounds just shy of the 25-yard line.
Eric Taylor defending on the play.
I think they're going to say he's just a bit shy of the first down marker. So we'll give him a pickup of 9 on the play, 2nd and 1 at the 28. Second and inches, you think they might try to hit the end zone with this one. We'll see. Now they just hand it straight up the middle. Bouncing off the tacklers is C.J. Glover, and Glover will get the first down as he takes it down to the 22.
Michael Leonard in on the tackle, number 16 for Waco.
Give him 6 on picking up that first down to the 22. 4th first down in this drive. Clock stopped with 10:20 left to go in the second quarter. Upshaw straight drop back, throws to the corner of the end zone. Guidry reaches up over the top of the defender and comes down with it in the end zone for the 22-yard touchdown catch.
Yeah, Rashawn Green was defending on the play. Just a great pass. And they've got some really good receivers on their team. We've got Blue Seneca to kick the extra point. Tristan Sugart's holding.
Kick is through the uprights. 10 minutes, 14 seconds left to go in the first half, and our new score is Brenham 28 and Waco High nothing.
The defense is really fatigued. They've had to be on the field the whole game because the offense just hadn't been able to sustain some long drives. The offense has got to put a drive together here just to give the defense a chance to get their breath.
That drive went 83 yards in 7 plays and took 2 minutes and 27 seconds to get the 4th touchdown of the game for the Brenham Cubs.
Blue Seneca is going to be kicking off again for Brenham. And the same pair will be going deep for Waco High. Eric Taylor and Zay Johnson will go deep.
Last time the Cubs tried an onside kick that Waco High was able to recover. Lions do have some of the good hands guys up front, just in case. But he'll kick this one deep, and it'll go into and out of the end zone.
Don't see that very often where the
Not anymore.
guy can get it all the way to the end zone.
That'll give the ball to Waco High at their own 25-yard line. And I agree with you, Hal. They need to put together a sustained drive here and give their defense a little bit of rest.
Yep. They've actually, okay, they got Whitaker in at
Yep.
quarterback now.
B.J. Whitaker going to be at the quarterback spot. He'll have an empty backfield with 3 receivers to his right, 2 to his left. And basically a quarterback draw. He runs to the line of scrimmage, now decides to run with the football on a RPO and gets pushed out of bounds at the 31. He picked up 6 yards on the play.
Christian Prosper knocking him out of bounds, but Whitaker using his speed, which is elite, to get around that corner. Yes, he is their leading rusher on the team for Waco.
Well, he lost 6 yards the first time he carried the ball in this one, so now he's carried twice for no yards officially. Facing a 2nd down and 4. Bad snap, but he's able to corral it and run around the right side using his speed. He will get the first down at the 38-yard line.
Knocked out by Christian Prosper again. Is that Waco High's first down tonight?
Yes, sir. Their first down on the 7-yard pickup by B.J. Whitaker.
Well, they need to keep that momentum going and get them a long, sustained drive.
Waco has 2 receivers that are basically offside. I think they still have one that's probably in the neutral zone.
Yeah, those are the 2 young guys that they brought up for this ball game tonight.
No flag thrown. Whitaker gets out from under a rush. The pursuit
There we go.
trying to get to him, but he's going to outrun him and get into Cub territory and be forced out of bounds when he gets to the 31-yard line, the other end of the field. That is a 31-yard jaunt for B.J. Whitaker. That'll help his average.
Yep, we got Lane Jones coming in at the halfback position.
Right now, it's pretty simple. Snap the ball to Whitaker and let him run. Jump pass just a little out of the reach of the running back Lane Jones as they tried to set up the screen to the right side. Just the second down in this drive. Started back at the 25. Whitaker gets away from the rush, comes to the left side this time, trying to turn the corner, and will be forced out when he gets to the 27-yard line. Pick up a 4.
Yeah, he's under a lot of heavy pressure by Brenham.
He's basically running for his life back there. So far, he's been able to survive. Now checking in is Hector Topete. He'll be at the H-back position.
Well, it's definitely 2 down territory to get 6 more yards.
Absolutely. And off to Lane Jones, follows the block at Topete, but then he gets thrown for a loss. That's a really nice play on the defensive side.
Yeah, Doyle Brown, defensive tackle.
Loss is going to be back to the 29. It's a 2-yard loss on the play. 4th and 8. Jeremiah Lofton, the wide receiver to the left of the formation by himself. Whitaker looking to pass, gets good protection. Now flush from the pocket, looking for a running lane, and he won't be it. Well, he almost got away, but he's going to be dropped for another loss. This one back to the 34-yard line.
Owen Robinson, number 55, with that tackle, and Waco High turns it over on downs.
Loss of 5 on that play. Gives the ball back to Brenham with 8:45 left to go in our second quarter, with Brenham on top 28-0. Minute 29 for the time of possession for Waco High on that particular possession, but did pick up their first 2 first downs of the night. Nice running lane there for C.J. Glover. Glover will take it up to the 37, a pickup of just 3 on the play, though.
Tyler Freeman with a really good tackle, open field tackle. Tyler's just a sophomore playing in the safety position tonight.
Actually, they're going to give him 4 yards to bring up second down and 6. They say it's out to the 38. Fake the handoff, throw in the flat is complete out to Cartel Brown. Brown with great speed tries to take it back inside, gets it close to midfield. I think they're going to give him progress just to the 50 for a 12-yard pickup and a first down.
Michael Leonard with the tackle there.
I'm just guessing, but I got to believe that Cartel Brown may be the fastest that they've got on this team. Only comes in at 5'8" and 150 pounds.
Bronche Dugas, number 9, is checked in at one of the linebacker positions for Waco High.
Upshaw going to follow the blocks around the right side and tackle from behind.
Oh, yeah. Good job by Michael Leonard coming all the way from his right side linebacker position. Just chased him and knocked him down.
He came on a linebacker blitz from that side and just chased him all the way down. Luckily, his teammates held up progress such that he could catch up with him. No gain on the play, second down and 10. 3 receivers to the left. Handoff goes to Glover going around the left side, and he'll get up into Waco territory to about the 46.
Yeah, Jalen Good with that tackle there.
Bring up a third down and 6. Cubs will send Brown and Ryder Stewart to the near side as wide receivers. Or actually, that's Brown and Chris Guidry, number 4. So they check with the offensive coordinator. 3 seconds left on the play clock. And I don't think they get this one off in time. Matter of fact, we do get a delay flag, or did we get a timeout called before the delay flag?
Delay of game on the offense. 5 yards, third down.
Now they were walking off as if somebody had called a timeout. Same with Waco High. I guess everybody needed a drink of water. About the first flag I can think of against Brenham tonight for 5 yards.
They've been playing a very clean football game.
Makes it 3rd and 11. Takes it back into their territory at the 49-yard line.
Yeah, golden opportunity for Waco High to put them down here on this third down and get the ball back.
Send 2 receivers to each side. Upshaw straight drop back, throws across the middle, has it complete to Guidry. He's got the first down and more. So he gets inside the 30-yard line.
Knocked down by Michael Leonard, number 16, after a big game by Brenham.
They mark it all the way down to the 27. .24 yards on that pass play to Guidry for the first down on 3rd and 11.
Timeout, Waco High.
And
Their first of the half.
Waco High says we need to talk about this. We need to slow this thing down.
Yeah, they need to catch their breath. They've been on the field a ton tonight. And they really needed to stop them on that third down play that went for 25 yards just a second ago. Could have got the ball back and had a chance to march down the field with Whitaker at the helm.
And that's one of those things that defenses have to work on, is getting off the field on third down. Especially third and long. But right now the Brenham Cubs, we show them with 322 yards of total offense here in the first half on just 34. They're getting about 9 yards per play.
That's called winning football.
It is. Waco High just 31 yards on 21 snaps. At least they're no longer in the negative category. Glover bounces around the left side. Lions chasing him. He cuts back inside, slides 2 tackles, and dives for the end zone. Outstanding run by C.J. Glover to get into the end zone from 22 yards away.
Yeah, he broke a couple tackles. And when you're just slightly behind, a step slow, that's just because fatigue is set in on that defense, and that works to the advantage of the offense.
Glover's second touchdown run of the night gives him 8 on the year.
Blue Senega with the attempt at the extra point again. Holding will be Tristan Schugert.
And it is good. We got 5 minutes and 42 seconds left to go in our first half, and Brenham has extended their lead.
Defense. Penalties declined. Result of
to
play
35 to nothing.
Good.
Three minutes and 3 seconds is how long it took Brenham to go 66 yards in 7 plays for their 5th touchdown of the game.
Blue Senega will be kicking off again for Brenham. And going back again, the same pair for Waco High will be Eric Taylor, number 1 on the far side, and Zay Johnson here on the near side on about their 15-yard line.
Once again, he puts a good foot into it and kicks it into and out of the end zone. So Waco High again will take over the 25.
Yeah, it looks like we've got Whitaker coming out again at quarterback.
Well, he at least got them their first 2 first downs of the game. Last time the Lions had the ball.
Yeah, they need to grind out several first downs here on this drive. Preferably enough to go 75 yards.
Got 5:42 to work with here at the end of the second quarter to try to get something on the scoreboard before halftime. The Cubs looked like they were coming with an all-out blitz. 10 seconds still left on the play clock as they change the play. Still coming on the all-out blitz. Whitaker, though, will throw it downfield, and it's going to be picked off. Coming up with the ball is Traylon Kelly going the other way. Finally brought down by Zay Johnson, but he's got it back into Waco territory at about the 39-yard line.
Yeah, they brought 7 people on that particular play. It was just an all-out blitz. Had they had a play called where it just threw that little 5 or 10-yard pass right down the middle of the field, that'd been a touchdown. Thing would have been wide open.
After the interception, holding on the return team. Penalty being forced from the spot of the foul, first down.
All right, so they'll end up back in their own territory after that holding penalty, but they've got the ball with 5:26 left to go after Waco High had it for all of 16 seconds. And really, Brenham had it for more of that, just trying to run back the interception. It's going to be at the Brenham 40-yard line where the Cubs have a chance to place a 40-something on the board in the first half.
Got Anthony Burton, Cameron Efron, and Benny Gray's in the defensive line for Waco High.
Senior quarterback Zyron Upshaw will hand it off to C.J. Glover. Glover gets around the left side, and there's three flags thrown behind the play. And normally that's where you see holding, so most likely that's coming back.
During the play, holding number 7 of the offense, 10 yards from the previous spot, first down.
That's why that gap around the left side was so open. The wide receiver was holding him.
Yeah. That usually frees you up a bit. All the way back to the Brenham 30 now. But that's just their third penalty of the night for 25 yards. Right now, one of the few times that Waco High's defense has held their offense to a negative. Got to make that count here. Glover just bangs it over the left side up the hash mark. Out to the 38-yard line for an 8-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 12.
Keith Johnson was down in that pile, I believe, along with Bronche Dugas.
Looks like we got another question on the play. Todd Denton will tell us.
Offsides on the defense. That penalty being enforced from the previous spot. Replay the down.
So it'll be 1st and 5 instead of 2nd and 12. Or excuse me, make that 1st and 15. As they had lost some yards previously, they're at the 35-yard line. They pick up a down this way. 5 yards without having to lose a down. Still first down. Glover bounces around the left side. Has running room to the first down before he's forced out of bounds. When he gets into Waco territory, they'll mark him at the 47 of the Waco Lions.
Yeah, Keith Johnson with the tackle, and Brenham just did an excellent job pulling their guards and just set the gate where you couldn't get through the wall there.
18-yard pickup for Glover on that one. He's now carried the ball 12 times tonight for 85 yards and 2 TDs. Glover comes to the left side this time. Got some blocking at the edge, but we got another penalty at the 40-yard line.
Yeah, 84, their wide receiver was holding number 10 for us, Keith Johnson.
Yeah, Jackson Went, senior wideout. So that penalty will be marked off
during the run.
From
Hold
the spot of the
number
foul.
84, the off being forced from the spot of the foul. Replay the down.
Taylor Freeman is checking in the defensive secondary for Keith Johnson.
Well, they're at the Waco 47. He got to the 41, so that was at least a 6-yard pickup.
Yeah, D'Angelo Campos, number 12, was coming in at safety position.
Back to the 49 in Brenham's territory. Fake the handoff. Upshaw on a heave down the field. Has his man this time. And Guidry will just waltz into the end zone for the touchdown.
Taylor Freeman and D'Angelo Campos were defending on the play, but he got ahead of them.
It's good for 51 yards and the 6. Comes with 3:43 Left to go in the half.
Blue Seneca, number 81, will be attempting another extra point here for Brenham.
Waco again may have jumped offside. They'll get to, I think he missed it this time, so they'll probably re-kick it.
Prior to the snap with contact offsides on the defense, half the distance retry.
Yeah. Chris Guidry has caught 6 passes for 155 yards and 2 touchdowns already. And he's also thrown a touchdown pass.
All right, Senega back to attempt the extra point again.
It puts it through the forks. 3:43 to go. It is 42-0 in favor of the Brenham Cubs.
7 possessions and 6 touchdowns. That's a very efficient.
5 plays to go 60 yards in 1 minute and 43 seconds. For the Brenham Cubs, scoring at will here in the first half.
Timeout. Waco High.
All right, let's see who Waco High is going to send deep on this kickoff. We've got a change of plans. LV Marshall, number 23, I believe, is going to go back along with Zay Johnson.
Eric Taylor would normally be one of the players going back, but he's in a discussion with some of the coaching staff. Apparently someone's going to take his place as a return man. Well, that's the reason with the timeout is they're going to have a different return man back waiting for this kickoff. Excuse me, that was Eric Taylor is going to be sidelined for this return. I believe they put LV Marshall out there as one of the return men. Caught by Zay Johnson at the 2 and will be brought down at the 15.
Yeah, brought down by number 21, Quincy Adams, for Brenham.
I think they're going to give him progress to the 16-yard line to start this offensive possession. Lane Johnson will join B.J. Whitaker in the backfield. 2 receivers to the right side. Handoff, though, goes to Jones, and Jones is going to be tackled for a loss.
Yeah, Doyle Brown with the tackle. Just tough sledding, as they are just flat out just sticking 7 guys right there in the box.
Loss of 3 on the play. 2nd and 13. Jones. He gets to the line of scrimmage, and then there's just a wall there.
Yep, there is. Rodriguez with the tackle. Also, Espino's also in, and they're clogging up the lanes there.
Brings up 3rd down and 13. Whitaker looking to the sideline, waiting for a signal. Got a feeling the coaching staff is, well, play clock is down to 2, 1, and we got a delay penalty. Thought maybe they were going to call a timeout, but they only have one left.
Delay of game on the offense. 5 yards. Replay the down.
Takes it back to the 11. 3rd and 18. Whitaker has time, throws across the middle. It is complete to Zay Johnson, and he fights his way for the first down and more as he gets down to the 31-yard line. That's a 20-yard pickup on 3rd and 18.
Traylon Kelly defending on the play for Brenham, but excellent first down and pass and catch there.
I believe that's the first catch of the night for Zay Johnson. He came into the night as the leading receiver with 383 yards on 14 receptions and 4 touchdowns. And we are at the 2-minute timeout.
Just a nice pass right, in the middle, about 10 yards, and he was able to scamper enough to get the first down. They've got to be able to keep the ball to run out the clock here in the first half.
Well, it's been all Brenham in this first half. They scored 28 in the first quarter and 12 or 21 here in the second quarter. I don't think my math is right. Maybe it's just twice in the second quarter. Jones, the fake to Jones, they tried to throw across the middle, and somebody in the interior line able to knock it down.
Yep.
That was basically the same play they just got 20 yards on.
Sure was. It's headed right for Johnson again.
Well, you know what the old axiom is, run it till they stop you. That's exactly what they did. Vincent Hall, the wide receiver to the near side. Hand off to Jones, trying to find a little crease, but he's sandwiched once he gets to that crease, but gets it out for 3 yards to the 34-yard line.
Rodriguez, the defensive tackle for Brenham, stood him up after a short gain.
Clock still rolling. 90 seconds left to go in this first half. Waco High facing a 3rd and 7 from their own 34-yard line. Whitaker steps up in the pocket. Waited too long. He needed to take off a little quicker. It's going to be thrown for maybe a yard loss back to the 33.
19J Ruiz Booker with the tackle on Whitaker.
Well, it's 4th down and 8. The Lions did pick up 1 first down in that drive, but Whitaker's going to have to punt the ball.
Cartel Brown will be deep for Brenham out about his 45-yard line, getting ready to receive this punt from B.J. Whitaker.
High punt, kind of a knuckleball. Going to take a Waco roll. Up the far hash marks, down to the 32-yard line.
37 yards off the toe of B.J. Whitaker on that punt.
22 seconds remain in the first half. I have to believe that head coach Danny Youngs is going to tell his quarterback, just take a knee and let's go to the house. Then again, you never know. I think that was Waco's longest possession of the night at 3:21. Had one turnover in the first half. That was an interception by Brenham. Sure enough, they do take the knee. And that'll be the last play of our first half. We are at halftime here at Waco ISD Stadium with the Brenham Cubs on top of the Waco Lions by a score of 42-0. Stay tuned. Our halftime activities are coming up next.
My favorite part of AV is the amount of independence we're given.
We have pretty much good freedom on what we can do.
I feel like it's a creative space, something that you can use your imagination. This new studio, hopefully I can work and be behind the scenes, work with the others.
I'm most excited about being able to record on such a big space compared to previous years.
The space we're in right now. This is an entire new studio with a desk and a ton of cameras, spotlights.
I'm very excited to, play with these new gadgets that we're given. I personally never even thought I would do something like this.
I'm getting experience and I'm learning.
And it's definitely a chance for students to uncover maybe some of their interests that they never even thought they would have before.
It's a ton of fun. Every day I am excited for this class.
I think it'll be a lot of fun if you join.
Dream it, you can achieve it.
So definitely join AV.
Tonight, the Lion Pride Band will be performing their 2025 competition show, The Rebels of the Rising Sun, featuring music from Firefly, The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly, Star Trek Into Darkness, House of the Rising Sun, and Tank. Ladies and gentlemen, the drum majors of the Lion Pride Band are Annalise Galan, Brittany Leaha, and Michael Menchaca. The Lion Pride Band would like to thank you for your attention and support. A special shout out to our amazing band parents. You rock! Our wonderful sponsors for the band are International Brotherhood of Electrical Workers, Local 72 Union, Visiting Agents, Elliott Electrical Supply, and Burns Real Estate. The band would especially like to thank the Waco ISD School Board, Superintendent Dr. Tiffany Spicer, Principal Joseph Alexander, Fine Arts Director Larry Carpenter, and Administrative Assistant Susan Ramon for their unwavering commitment to the arts in our district. Let's hear it one more time for the Waco High Lion Pride Band.
Well, we hope you have enjoyed our halftime activities here at Waco ISD Stadium. Get ready for the second half of action as the Brenham Cubs enjoy a 42-0 lead over the Waco Lions after the first 24 minutes. The Lions making their way back onto the field. First half statistics heavily in favor of the Brenham Cubs. They have 16 first downs, only 4 for Waco High. The Cubs have run 34 offensive plays and have 413 yards to show for it. Waco High has run 28 offensive plays for just 53 yards. At one point in the first quarter, they were negative 11 yards. Waco has run the ball 16 times for 42 yards. Brenham running the ball 150 yards on 20 carries. Waco High just 3 of 12 passing with 2 interceptions and only 11 yards out of the passing game so far. Brenham with 9 completions and 17 tries for 263 yards. And they have 3 passing touchdowns in the contest. Waco High has been penalized 5 times for 40 yards. Brenham 4 times for 35, and Brenham owns the clock. They've had the ball for 13 minutes and 20 seconds in the first half to 10 minutes and 40 seconds for Waco High in the first half. C.J. Glover, as we probably pretty much expected, is the leading rusher at halftime with 85 yards on 12 carries. Waco High is led by B.J. Whitaker, who really didn't get into the game at quarterback until midway through the first quarter, and he's run 7 times for 37 yards, and a lot of that came on just 1 possession. Leading receiver in the game right now is Chris Guidry for the Cubs. 6 catches for 155 yards and 2 touchdowns. He's also thrown a touchdown pass of 69 yards in the game. So right now he kind of stands out as the player of the game. Cubs won the toss before the game and elected to defer to the half, so they'll have the football first here in the second half.
Yeah, going deep for them, Lark. It's going to be number 5, Ledrick Walker, number 8, Cartel Brown, and number 21, Quincy Adams. And kicking off for Waco High will be Carlos Rodriguez.
I would say keep it away from number 8. He is a talent and a speedster. It's going to come to the near side at about the 9-yard line. Gets the edge, up the sideline, and finally bumped out of bounds. Is Ryder Stewart, or excuse me, that's number 5. That's Ledrick Walker Jr. with the return.
Michael Lloyd knocking him out of bounds.
Ball spotted at the 47-yard line. First and 10 for the Cubs.
Got it all the way out to the 47-yard line, or, well, it looks like we're going to move it back to the 31. They say he ran out of bounds, stepped out of bounds somewhere around the 31.
And we do have a running clock here in the second half.
The quarterback is Zyron Upshaw. He's a senior. He has a sophomore, C.J. Glover, in the backfield with him. Hands it off to Glover. Glover follows the block of a pulling guard. Gets it across the 35 and finally gang piled at the 38-yard line.
Jalen Good, Chance Rhines. Who else is coming off that pile? Number 21.
Number 3, Glover on the carry.
We'll give him a 7-yard pickup to the 38-yard line.
Number 0, Good for the Lions.
Torian Barnett along with Micaiah Supner and Jamie and Dugas are in the defensive line for Waco High.
With the running game clock and the play clock running with its normal 40 seconds, the coaching staff waits until the play clock gets to about 15 before they issue the play. Upshaw throws out in the flat on a wide receiver screen and bumped out of bounds after the making the catch is Cartel Brown.
Yeah, Eric Taylor, we got a flagger on about the 47-yard line. Eric Taylor with a good tackle there, open field tackle.
See what the meaning of the yellow hanky will be. It's downfield. Todd Denton, our referee.
Holding, number 4 of the offense. 10 yards from the spot of the foul. Replay the down.
So the hold is 10 yards from the spot of the foul, which moves it back to the 38-yard line, which is where they were to begin with. So looked like he gained 10. They lose 10 on the, so it's still 2nd down and 3. Glover takes it over the left side, has the first down as he gets it up to the 42-yard line.
Yeah, that was Jamie and Dugas, number 55, who slung him down on the ground on that defensive play.
Yep, they say just a yard shy of the first down. Well, now they moved the chains. Okay. I had it right the first time. At the 43. Hand it off to Glover. Glover right up the hash mark on the left side. He'll pound it out to about the 48 for a 5-yard pickup.
Torian Barnett, along with Chance Ryan, stood him up, and then a host of other Waco High defenders.
Glover came in with 3 100-yard games on the season and has already just passed 100 yards, 102 yards on 15 carries. So now his 4th 100-yard gain of the year. Pass out in the flat, complete to Cartel Brown. Brown is spun around and finally brought down, but he got it to the 45-yard line, and Waco's into the field for a 10-yard pickup and another first down.
Eric Taylor defending on the play at his cornerback position.
Let the play clock get down to 3 before they snap. Hand it off to Glover. Glover works his way across the 40 to the 38. Picks up 7 on the play.
Chance Ryan's with the tackle. Changing out the defensive line here on this series. We've got Anthony Burton, Cameron Efron, and Benny Graves.
Glover going around the left side looking for a block, and he's going to have to try to make it his way, but he's double teamed and brought down for a yard loss.
Yeah, Anthony Burton stood him up, slowed him up until Jalen Good got a hold of him, and then you're going down when Good gets a hold of you.
Brings up the first 3rd down situation of this drive that started back at the 31-yard line. 6:40 and counting left in the 3rd quarter. Looking to see if head coach Danny Youngs and his offense coordinator Derek Lopez want to change the play. Looking left, throwing left, it's complete. And has the first down to the 30-yard line. Making the catch is Nate Rao. His first catch of the night.
Yeah, Amir Medlock along with number 6, Chance Ryan's defending on that pass play.
Just the 5th reception of the year for Rao. Was good for 9 yards and a first down. Full house backfield now. Give it to Glover. Glover will carry Waco Lions for a couple of yards to the 28.
Yeah, Amir Medlock along with Anthony Burton stopping him after a 2-yard gain.
We'd like to remind our students of Waco High that you make sure that you start calling your ride.
Second down and 8.
At this point in time, it's not being stopped momentarily sometimes, but you need to make sure you go ahead and call your ride. Time will be out here for long. Make sure you call your ride. Administrator, what you have your ride here.
And the Cubs taking their time, getting to the line of scrimmage, running as much clock as they can. Glover trying to bounce it around the right side, brought down from behind. Maybe gets a yard out of the play to the 27, but that's it.
Yeah, that's Jalen Good on the shoestring tackle. He held on to it, got some help to knock him on down to the ground.
Well, 3rd and 7. They've thrown the ball 3 times in this drive that started back at the 31. And 2 of those have gone to Cartel Brown, who's in the slot on the left side. Lone receiver on the near side is Chris Guidry, who has a couple of touchdown passes caught tonight. Send a man in motion. On the wide receiver screen, they'll have the first down on the catch from Rao.
Taylor Freeman knocking him out of bounds.
They'll get it down to the 18-yard line. Pickup of 9 on the play and the 3rd first down in this drive. With the running clock, they may end up using the entire 3rd quarter.
Close to it. They've been very conservative on their pass plays.
Certainly have.
Yeah.
Upshaw fakes, throws across the middle, and down into the inside the 5, down to about the 2. I believe that's Rao with the catch.
Tyler Freeman holding up.
Nope, Cartel Brown.
Yeah, stopping him from getting in.
That's a pickup of 16. That brings up a 1st and goal at the Waco 2.
D'Angelo Campos, number 12, checking in for Waco High, the cornerback position.
Good shot of the replay there and how tough Brown is to bring down. They'll go under center now. Upshaw with the inside handoff on the guard around. Carrying the ball is number 52, Andre Mojica, a 5'8", 38-pound guard. Gets the carry and only gets a yard out of the play.
Yeah, Good and Dugas lit him up pretty good there and knocked him straight back.
I probably haven't seen a guard around run since I was in 7th grade, and that was many moon ago. 2:30 remaining on the 3rd quarter clock. They hand it off to Glover, and Glover's wrapped up for a yard loss.
Good job by the Waco High defense. Just down there on that pass. Good and Dugas again.
This will be the 15th play of the drive. Hagan Frank in at the flanker position or H-back position. He leads blocks, and going into the end zone is Upshaw for the touchdown, his 2nd of the night and his 5th of the year.
We got a flag down here on the 5-yard line.
Well, let's see if touchdown counts or not.
During the play, holding number 7 of the offense.
It won't.
Penalty being forced from the previous spot. Replay the down.
Well, Hagan Frank with the holding penalty. Brings up a 3rd and goal back at the 7-yard line. Well, they mark it at the 8. Upshaw looking to pass, has time. Rolling right, will head for the sideline and go out of bounds at the 7.
Good coverage on the by the defensive secondary for Waco High. It's going to try a field goal attempt here. Blue Senega.
Just picked up 1 yard. This will be a 24-yard attempt.
Tristan Sugar will be holding.
And it's good. We've got just 36 seconds left to go in our third quarter. And the lead for the Brenham Cubs goes to 45-0.
Well, they used all but 35 seconds of that whole quarter, that long drive.
The 17 plays, goes 69 yards. Time of possession very skewed due to the running clock. They used all but 35 seconds. I know some college teams would like to have a 17-play drive that takes up 11:25 of the clock.
Well, that would be Army, Navy, and Air Force.
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay, we got Eric Taylor going back along with Zay Johnson back on their 20-yard line. Johnson will be closer to us. Kicking off again, Blue Senetica for Brenham.
Gets under this one, and Zay Johnson will watch it go into the end zone. Waco will take over at their own 25. They'll probably just run one play before we switch ends. Looking ahead to next week, the Lions will be on the road at Killeen to take on Ellison. Meanwhile, Brenham takes another road trip, this time to Brian Rudder. Jordan Alvarez back at the quarterback position for Waco High. Hands the ball off to L.V. Marshall. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it.
Doyle Brown on the tackle. Brenham still has kept keeping in their first team defensive line, but we'll probably see some subs here in the fourth quarter.
Now Waco will let the clock run out in the third quarter without running another play. So we will start the fourth quarter of play from the 25-yard line on the north end of the field. And the clock will get started on the final 12 minutes of this one.
The Waco High Art Club is more than just art students. It's for everyone who enjoys art. Students get together to enhance their creative skills, help the community, and work on fun projects. If you'd like to make art with us, join us every week on Wednesday in room F204. Join the art club today.
Within the first 13 minutes and 46 seconds of this game, Brenham took control at 28-0. Marshall change goes to the right side, the right side. I had it right the first time. On the pitch to give it to Whitaker. Whitaker looking for some blocks around the edge, reverses field, and is able to get another block out that way, but he's still going to end up losing yards on the play. The Brenham team's just got too much speed.
They are a very quick team. Absolutely. They're quick.
Gonna mark it back at the 16. That's a loss of 9 yards on the play.
Yeah, they weren't fooled by that play at all. They were right there ready for it.
So 3rd and 19 from the Waco 16. Passing out in the flat, trying to get that out to his running back, Marshall, and Marshall can't hold on to it.
Jason Mueller with good defense there on that particular pass play. It's going to force Waco to punt the ball from their 16-yard line.
B.J. Whitaker has been very busy as a punter tonight. Cubs are not going to put anybody back to return. Low liner with going to take a Waco roll and get down to the 41-yard line where it stops. At the Brenham 41.
43 yards off the toe of Whitaker.
10:23 left to go. So when they stop the clock at the end of that punt. Waco held on the ball for 2:12, but during a running clock in that particular possession, their only possession so far here in the second half. So the Cubs ran off 11:55 the last time they have the ball. If they can do that again, ball game's going to be over. Have a new quarterback in the game is Hudson Hartstack. A junior takes over at the quarterback spot. We got a whistle. I think he got down whenever he went down to pick up the ball.
He did. That was a bad snap to him. And, that could be their second string offensive line in there.
Lost back to the 34. That's a loss of 7 on the play. Unfortunately, goes in the record of Hartstack. They'll make up 7 down and 17. Now you got handoff goes to Hagan Frank.
Yeah, I can see Good. He wrapped him up immediately. He was helped over there by 20, Tyler Freeman.
Out to the 34-yard line. No gain on the play. 3rd and 17. New running back in the game is a number 10 that I don't have on my roster, and he has the football. Trying to go straight up the field and carrying the pile with him, getting a little push behind him. If somebody loses their helmet in the pile, that's a Waco Lion. They're going to push it all the way out to the 49-yard line, and Waco's into the field and get a first down out of it.
Just straight ahead power football. See, Freeman's going to have to come out of the game, and Campos will come in to relieve him on at least one play.
I believe that was Trey Taylor with the carry. Picked up 17 yards on the play and a first down. On the keeper goes the quarterback. And a nice pickup there for Hartstack.
Chance Rhines with the tackle. Had a pretty good hole right up the middle there, open up for him with that offensive line.
Got another 17 yards for another first down. Hartstack came in with just 6 carries on the season for 11 yards. Going to throw out in the flat, and it's complete out to Markel Lewis. And Lewis is going to be knocked out of bounds at the 20. Pick up a 12 yards and another first down.
Anthony Burton, Cameron Efron, And Benny Graves come in, subbing in on the defensive line. Got number 20, Tyler Freeman, checking back into the game after his helmet came off for one play.
Notice Caleb Landry is checked into the offensive line at the right guard position. Fake the handoff, pass is complete inside the 10-yard line.
Defended well there by Eric Taylor, number 1, just a good pass, slant route. Campos coming in, number 12 for Waco High.
And that completion goes once again to Lewis. Has them first and goal at just inside the 10. And off in the backfield, nowhere for Trey Taylor to go this time.
That was Chance Ryan's had him right from the get-go. Good defensive play by number 6.
Under 5:30 to go in the contest.
Eric Taylor checking back into the ball game.
Second team offense for Brenham, trying to get on the board if they can here at the end of the contest. Hartstack gives it to Taylor. Taylor jukes and jives down to the 10-yard line, but that's about all he's going to get.
That was Benny Graves, number 62, with his first tackle of the evening, right at his nose guard position.
Giving a couple of yards to the 10. Taylor around the right side, got a lead block from a pulling guard. Will get it down to the 7-yard line before he stopped for another 3-yard pickup.
Anthony Burton, along with Chance Rhines, stood him up there on that run.
This will be the 11th play of the drive. It's going to be 4th down, and they're going to once again go with the field goal team.
Yeah, we got Blue Seneca coming in to attempt this field goal, and Tristan Sugar will be the holder.
This will be another 24-yard attempt. He hit from 24 yards in the third quarter, and he line drives this one and managed to get it between the forks to increase the score to 48-0 in favor of the Brenham Cubs. With the running clock, they rolled 6:37 off of the clock to move into that field goal position. Did so in 12 plays.
Going deep for Waco High to receive this kickoff again will be number 4, Zay Johnson on the far end. Number 1, Eric Taylor will be here on the near slot for us. And again, kicking off will be Blue Seneca. His last 3 have gone all the way into the end zone.
Pops this one up to the far side. Waco High is able to grab it and go down with it. Good job there by that Vincent Hall.
Jeremiah Lofton.
Yeah, there we go.
He looked like he called for a fair catch.
Waco will get the ball at the 32. But with we're probably going to get to the 2-minute timeout before they even get to the line of scrimmage. Let's see if the officials stop it at that 2-minute timeout or let it continue to run. No, they'll call the 2-minute timeout.
2-minute timeout.
So the teams will go to the sideline and talk it over with their coaching staff. They'll restart the clock with the snap, and we're probably only going to see about 2 more snaps. Now the question is, will Waco High try to go deep here just to get something on the board? This gives us a chance to let you know who's all working the game for us from Leaping Lions Productions. That would be August Zimmerman, Yuretzin Garcia, Melanie Ramos, Alana Bond, Alaric Sara Kalea, and they're all under the direction of their instructor, Will Burney. Guys and gals, we do thank you for your work tonight.
I'd like to remind everyone again that after the game, fans are not allowed on the field.
There you see the Lion mascot trying to get the team to get some points. Jordan Alvarez at the quarterback spot with LV Marshall in the backfield. Fakes the handoff, tries to get it out to Zay Johnson, and he tried to run with the ball before he caught it. May have heard footsteps coming.
He did. Ethan Essenbeck, depending on the play. Yeah, he just took his eyes off it. Started to run before he had it in his hands.
Well, 2nd down and 10. Hand off to Marshall. Marshall dives into the line and is pushed back after no gain.
Jay Ruiz Booker, one of many who made the tackle on that particular play.
Vincent Hall comes in as a receiver. Going to be the H-back. Whitaker and Johnson, the 2 receivers on the near side. They hand it off to Marshall, and Marshall once again is denied as he tries to get up the middle.
Yeah, he was wrapped up by 55 Owen Robinson.
There's a difference of about 11 seconds between the game clock and the play clock. So most likely Waco High will run this play on 4th and 10. We'll call it a night. They just down the ball on 4th down.
Not sure I understand that one, but
The clock's going to continue to run, so
yeah.
Either way, that's going to be the last play of the game. Pretty much a first half of all Brenham Cubs brings about a running clock in the second half. Cubs add 2 field goals in that second half and come away with the 48-0 win. So Brenham moves to 6-0 on the season, but more importantly, 1-0 in district play. The Lions fall to 0-6 and lose their first district outing. Next action for Waco High is next week in Killeen against Killeen Ellison. The Brenham Cubs will be on the road again next week at Brian Rudder. That's going to do it for us here at Waco ISD Stadium. We appreciate all the help from the crew from Leaping Lions Productions. For my broadcast partner, Hal Harris, and our statistician, Paul Comer, I'm Lark Smith, reminding you again our final score is Brenham 48 and Waco High 0. Good night from Waco ISD Stadium.